Hickory, the Drunken Underwhelming, from the Drunken Under Quarantine Show, presented to you by the Woolen Comedy Club. Here to remind you, this is a very adult show featuring very adult subjects and very adult topics. If you're ready for a very adult evening, please get ready for the Drunken Under Quarantine Show Season 3. Remember, stay safe, stay drunk, stay underwhelming. Good evening, drunkards. It is season 3 of the Drunken Under Quarantine Show, episode 1, presented to you by the Woolen Comedy Club. We got Alyssa with us here, Alyssa Kubitz. It's going to be a fun show. G-Dubs is here. We're waiting to see if Island Boy shows up. We got all new videos, so I can't wait to get to them. Let's go. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. I'm, of course, Hickory, the Drunken Underwhelming. I welcome you all to the Drunken Under Quarantine Show, Season 3, Episode 1, brought to you by the Woolen Comedy Club. I'm, of course, here with G-Dubs. Alyssa, we got some shit to get into. We are going to talk about crazy people stuff. We're going to talk about making home improvements. We're going to talk about Dave Chappelle's incident last night, which is moderately scary as a fellow comic and performer. We're going to talk about the Supreme Court leak, of course, and finally we're going to talk about a couple political topics in the after show that will be coming up around 9 o'clock on Rumble, and we hope to see you all there. But without further ado, welcoming to the spotlight stage, my man, my boy, my comrade. Please welcome Mr. G.W. Foley.
What is up, motherfuckers? It is Wednesday night. I did get the alert on my phone. Unfortunately, I was finger fucking my phone, just looking, searching for the man in the canoe, and couldn't find it. Like most straight men, I think it's a myth. I'm not gonna lie. So I fucked my shoulder up today. Well, yesterday, had to go to the emergency room, hoping to score some good drugs, and all they gave me was Tylenol. It's just like, I can't move my arm. Like, it hurts to do this. Like, I think this is a little more than Advil. I don't know. Let's pump it up a notch, Maybe it doesn't have to be like straight Vicodin, but, something, give me some perks. I'll take a couple perks. I don't get hurt very often, and when I do, I want to enjoy myself. That's all I'm saying. And that's what most of America is saying. Either give us good weed shops or give us some opiates. Not that I have a problem with opiates. Like, I think opiates have... yeah, sure. Other people have problems with opiates. That's not my fault. It's not my fault. I'm responsible as a drug user. Let's pass it on. It's like driver's licenses. If I'm responsible enough to have a driver's license, I think I should be responsible enough to get like narcotics. That's all I'm saying. I read an article recently that we might not be prepared for the Vermont Open of retail marijuana in October, which does not surprise me one bit. Apparently, they haven't filled vacancies in the marijuana enforcement board or whatever it's calling itself. So until they do that, they can't hand out badges to weed growers. And we're kind of in that season right now where people need to be planting if they want to harvest by time October hits.
Yep.
So we have stuff to sell. And so I don't see it happening. We're probably going to have to delay it. And I bet all the Republicans are happy as a pig in shit. It's probably no surprise to anyone that we're doing that. One final thing is I have 5 more days of school left.
Woo!
5 more days, and then I will be done for the summer. I am so excited to get my pieces of paper in the mail. I'm not going to graduation. I don't want to, because I don't want to meet the people I went to school with. I've read your work. I have tried discussing things with you, and I don't like you. There's a couple notable exceptions, but even then, I don't care that much. I was told that when I graduate from Castleton, I will be going to graduation, and I'm like, why? It's going to be the same thing of like a bunch of people that I don't care about getting pieces of paper that I don't care about while I sit and wait to get one of mine. Like when I can just relax and have it sent to me. Like that seems like the more smart thing to do, other than like buy robes and get tickets so people can sit down and all that shit. But yeah. Anyways, that's it. Let's turn it over to the real reason why we're all here. Hickory, the drunk and underwhelming.
Thank you. College graduation, the only graduation you want to be at, even less than high school graduation. Because I remember having that discussion with my parents when my best friend Jake opted out of going to graduation. His parents were like, "We don't care you graduated. If you don't want to go, you don't have to go." And I was pissed because he got to not go to graduation. He still got his diploma. Anyways, that was a very awful story. This past weekend was Bridgewater Raft Race. I had a great time. I was down there, Collen commentary, DJ Dave at the finish line. We'll actually be doing that again next year. The beautiful assistant and I have decided that we'll be investing more time. Raft Race was a blast. There was 10 competitors, 9 rafts finished. And it was a hell of a good time. It was Bridgewater Day. I ran into people. I did about 2 hours commentary. It took about 2 hours from start to finish to the last raft that made it across the finish line. And then I went to the after party. And what happens to a drunk magician when he's at an after party? Well, I got pulled up on stage and I played a song with the band. Because, well, I'm a magician. I can do fucking anything. And, we had a great time. There's some great photos on DJ Dave's Facebook that I should have pulled up maybe, but didn't. And without further ado, I am going to have Alyssa select the card. So I'm going to riffle through whenever you want to say stop, Alyssa. You just say stop. You ready?
Okay. Stop.
Right out there. Okay. I'll take the 3 of hearts. That's an all right card with you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you for a name or something that's not yours, not your cat, something I wouldn't guess. You know, if we were in person, it could be your name. If I was at a show and there was like 40 people in front of me, but it'd be awfully unfair if I knew what was going to be written on the card. So as a proof for the internet, if you wouldn't mind giving me a name, a place, it could be a numbers, it could be a code, whatever you want me to write on this card as your digital signature, we'll say.
Buffalo Bill.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Say you look like a size 14.
That's 1 L in Buffalo, right?
Yeah.
Buffalo. Yeah, Buffalo Bill.
All right.
Cool.
Buffalo Bill.
I don't know if blowing on it helps, but like all the really good magicians do it. So What I'm going to do is I am going to take your card. I'm going to set those cards down. Tear it up. That way I can show you 3 of hearts torn up in the card box. Now I'm going to attempt to do what I'm not very good at, which is what us magicians like to refer to as a torn and restored card, where I'm actually just going to rub this with my wand. Yes, the Harry Potter Lego wand. For those keeping score at home, I should probably break out my other. I got 2 new wands in March, and I haven't even brought them on the show yet.
You're still happy about the Christmas wand?
Oh yeah, I'm not over it. I also feel like I need to do some painting. Like the wands I got in March were nice, but they need a little more oomph. Which is funny because like my original wands are literally just dowels. It's a painted dowel. This one is all brown.
It's like a table leg.
Yep, kind of. But it's a very nice wand. And then I have one that's black and brown. And then I've got a black and steel one, yeah, which I can't reach because that's locked away because that one shoots. And not like I'm not making like a firearm joke. Like literally, it's a cool one that shoots fireballs. Anyway, so what may have happened in that moment, but rarely does, is I will have, fixed your card. But what I did do is, though I didn't manage to fix your card, I did manage to scrub the signature off of it.
Whoa,
So that it could then be reinterpreted onto a different card. Fairly fair. So what you may not have noticed on the set was in the background, right up here, the whole show, there's been a card with a knife driven through it. If I was to take that card, very fairly, cleanly open it up,
What?
you would see that 3 of hearts with your Buffalo Bill signature on it, and the knife mark still in it.
How did Bill get over there?
He was transplanted. So I will stick that one up there for good memories. Good luck in the future.
That was pretty good.
Nice. And then sometime in the future, I'll make you sign that card so it can stay up there. That would be really cool. I should start doing that. I should have guests sign their cards after they're on the show. Next level thinking. It's season 3. We're moving up and moving forward. I want to read the comments real quick. Nick Waters said, "Good evening, fuckers." Secondly, this is great. He said, "I pulled a good one on Matt Vita the other night." He's talking probably about Saturday after the raft race. Vita had a show at 8 o'clock at the Woolen Mill, to which I heard had a pretty good turnout. He said, "I pulled a good one on Matt Vita the other night. He asked if I had tickets, and I told him I was Matt Vita." Like, that's a pro-level move right there, my friend. Especially because he would have had no idea who you were. But you know who he is because he's on the show. That's hysterical. Anyways, without further ado, thank you guys. I appreciate you for being here. We'll see if Island Boy drops in. Who knows? I know he was busy this past weekend. He was away the weekend of the raft race, and it's kind of like his event.
What a jerk.
I know. He was at a wedding in D.C. of all places. Of all the places I would not want to spend my weekend, if I had the option of raft race or anything, I would be at raft race, let alone wedding in D.C. That just sounds like the least fun wedding. Like, I'm going to be forced to go to a wedding. I want to go to a wedding in a place that has like good weed and clean air. That does not sound like DC to me. Anyways, without further ado, welcome to our spotlight stage. We're going to check in on our good friend, see how she's doing. Alyssa, welcome to the program.
Hi. Thank you. I'm good. I just found out today that I sold a painting, and I'm so excited.
Woo!
I know. I just put my work up at Montvert Cafe in Woodstock, so it's all over the upstairs area, and that's a big deal for me.
Yeah,
So
that's awesome.
yeah, it's been up for like a week, so I'm really surprised that something already sold. So it's awesome. And just been teaching painting classes at artistry now with adults, which has been fun and a bit stressful. People are like very serious about wanting to learn about color theory, and I'm like, okay. Like, all right, like first class, this person was like, I need a color wheel, and I'm like, okay. I will get you a color wheel. So I did, and that was my story, but it was kind of scary, and yeah, just been working a lot. I thought about going to the Bridgewater thing, but then I was just working all day, so that's not exciting. I'm just not good at talking. Can you ask me some questions?
G-Dubs, you got one?
I ain't got shit. I'm sorry. I was like, epiphany. Nope, it's gone.
You guys are so great with your like stories and things. You just have it, and I'm like, I don't know. I sold a painting and color wheels, and
Well, how did you get him a color wheel? Like, did you buy one or did you make one for him?
I just printed it off online. It's not
Okay.
very exciting.
And I'm assuming it's a dude. Because
No,
it
it was a
wasn't.
woman. No,
Oh.
yeah.
It sounded like a dude thing. Like, I need a color wheel.
How many layers does it go out is my question. Because like,
The color
or
wheel?
yeah, is it like red, yellow, blue in the middle and then it goes out different like depths of color? Or is it just like a circle that like points out the different colors?
Yeah, I just printed out a few different examples. So like one was just your typical rainbow wheel of warm colors, and then there's cool, and then it went over how to switch from complementaries, so from like orange to blue, and how to merge them to brown and
Okay.
monochromatic and things like that.
Very cool. I don't know much about a color wheel either. I actually get a hard time from the beautiful assistant. That's like, hey, all your digital designs look like you use paint too much. And that's
What does that mean?
like paint like a Microsoft Paint.
Oh, okay.
Not because I do. Let's be honest. It's because I don't know. I've learned how to use really nice editing software and audio software now, but I'm still, as far as like making graphics and stuff, yeah, I have no idea.
Well, the kicker part about that was I volunteered to make a poster for him, which my mistake. Like, I should have done it this time of year just because I've been so busy with schoolwork. And I'm like, well, let's try to do it like Hickory would. And I failed miserably. Like, his work is a lot. Yeah. See, I'm not a fan of this. Like I was trying to compliment his thing, and it looks like something a middle schooler would have done.
Which is kind of funny though, because I was like thinking about it. I was like, well, it is the Drunken Under Quarantine show. I don't know if people expect the highest quality flyers and overlays. We are marketing on how I do most of my marketing on how drunk and underwhelming I am. So
I mean, it's hard to do digital imagery and graphic design. There's so many layers to it if you really get into it.
I agree. I've done
That's
like
what I'm graduating in.
Oh, sorry, Foley.
But he's also in his like final couple weeks, and he's like grinding. And at the same time, I'm just like, hey, by the way, he was like, you want me to try? And I was like, sure. And not realizing like, oh yeah, he's in like peak grind season. He's trying to finish it out. And like, I should have asked in a month when he's like looking for stuff to do and no longer with school, like so he can have something fun to work on between projects.
So this summer, I am going to buckle down and actually design something that makes me go, okay, I feel comfortable saying that that's my art.
Yeah, I was gonna say the only thing I've designed digitally that I'm really happy with is my logo, and it looks like that.
Yeah, it's cool.
And that is because I actually picked the brain of a a graphic design artist, like the one who did Worthy logo, like Worthy Kitchen,
Oh,
Worthy Burger.
Doug.
Yeah, I literally brought him copies every day and was like, "This is what I got so far. This is what I got. What do you think? What do you think about this?" And until he was literally like, "No, that's the logo." And I was like, "Do you think I need to do this?" And he's like, "No, shut up. It's done."
It is
And that's-
done.
Yep, and that's the only one I've ever, only piece of digital art I've ever created that I enjoyed. Other than the show. I mean, I guess that's its own form of digital art. But the show's not great in the graphics and videography. It's getting there.
So I do have a question. If someone wants to purchase art from you or look at your
Very good
stuff,
question.
do you have a website that you send them to or something particular that you could shout out to the people watching?
Yeah. I mean, if people wanted to go online and like buy prints or even like mugs or things like that, they could go to Society 6 and then just type my name in. So Alyssa and then last name Kubitz, which is Kubitz. And then, I mean, the actual physical paintings are up at Montvert, but I also have them on my website, which is just AlyssaKubitzArt.com.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
AlyssaKubitzArt.com. I was looking to pull up Society 6, but it wasn't liking me so much.
That
there
sounds
we
like the like page 6 from the New York Post, which is the celebrity gossip page.
So this is Society 6.
Hey, yeah.
Some of Alyssa's awesome art pieces.
Some things there. It's so funny. You can get like masks and fanny packs and like.
That design
covers.
on that mask is wicked cool.
Yeah.
Oh, the fanny pack's cool too.
Get a nice fanny pack.
Oh, and a iPhone case.
Yeah.
I like
This
the
is
goat
wild.
that was up above.
Which one?
The goat. Keep scrolling. Keep scrolling.
Oh,
there
okay.
it is.
Ram.
Yeah, it's the old one.
Oh, that's cool.
Well, didn't you like have like a goat head, or am I thinking of someone else?
I have a tattoo of a goat.
I think you designed one, though, or some type of animal head, right? It was around the last time you were on the show.
Probably. I don't remember what I've done.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Me neither.
I'm like, where am I? What is today?
It is. Oh, I forgot to shout that at the top of the show. It's May the 4th be with you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's Star Wars Day or whatever. Yeah, we were trying to... Oh, Foley's got a... Oh, look at that!
Nice. You were ready?
And we almost forgot.
Yes.
Nick down in the comments said, "Congratulations, Alyssa."
Oh, thanks.
Sounds like
Nick.
that's awesome. He also said he'll definitely check it out. Yeah,
Thank you. That's awesome.
that's cool. Anyways,
So you got a customer already.
nice.
Woo!
We're ready to move into the next portion.
Yeah. Let's.
We used to call it the jarring part because it was really loud compared to the other audio, and I'll see because I'm not sure what the audio levels are because I'm really bad at editing. So it's that jarring part. And
So close. So
And
close.
This overlay looks so nice and clean. I dig it. Let us know in the comments what you think about my new overlays because they're pretty. They're a little bit different. A little bit. I tried to make it a little sharper this season. We ended up the Drunken Under Quarantine logo with the season 3, and yeah, I'm excited to.
No
excited
more
for it to progress.
AOC bending over.
No. I guess we could bring those back if we so chose.
I say we do something with NTG.
Oh, that
Like-
would be. I'm into that.
I think that would be fun. You know,
Yes.
so we're giving
Yeah.
the both sides of the aisle love.
We should really just Photoshop a picture of those two, like holding each other.
I can see that.
Yep.
We could do it like the kiss from like the World War II with the sailor bending over the nurse.
Yeah, now we're talking.
It's very romantic.
Yes.
And then we'll have it both ways, so each one gets equal time as the man and the lady in the photo. That way we're not being all.
I was gonna say top or bottom, but
that's fair.
yeah.
So we're not being all sexist and shit.
That's right.
That's right. But speaking of weird shit, we're gonna move right to the first topic of the night. How the drunk is this news? Crazy people believe crazy shit. I mean, Jim Carrey would do a way better job than that. We have this story that G-Dub sent me, and I saw a clip of this interview a while ago, and I didn't realize it was going to land headline news. They say Jim Carrey responds to. Oh no, I sent this to you, G-Dubs.
Yeah.
Because this one. Sorry.
I sent other things to you.
That's fair. Anyways, Jim Carrey responds to bizarre claim that he is, quote, one of several different actors, unquote, playing Joe Biden. Here we have a photo of the two men next to each other. And man, Jim Carrey's not aging superbly well. Like, his forehead's getting bigger, but his hairline's not receding. I don't understand how the two work. It's like his brain is growing still. You know what I mean? It just needs more room and it keeps moving up.
The bottom half of his face is like melting.
It's shrinking down.
Yeah.
It looks like he's starting to film another Ace Ventura movie.
Oh no.
They say Jim Carrey has responded to a bizarre claim that he is one of several different people playing U.S. President Joe Biden. In a recent video shared on Twitter by Jason Selvig of The Good Liars, a comedy duo that regularly interviews conservative Americans about political matters, a Donald Trump supporter discussed her belief that Biden is in fact dead and multiple actors are standing in for him. After seeing the video online, the masked actor responded to the clip, writing, "Oh dear." The video shows Selvig talking with a woman, the guy that's doing a stand-up job trying to wake people up as an actor in a mask. And I'm not going to read that because we're just going to play the video. Because I think it's much better if you see these things for yourself. Because, this woman right here, I'm sure, Alyssa, you look at her and you're like, that is an arbiter of truth. This woman looks like a woman you could trust with anything. You're like, what should I do with my 401k? That's the woman that's going to tell you what's right.
That guy has a Trump JFK Jr. t-shirt.
Right?
JFK Jr.'s dead, yo.
Isn't that awesome?
Like, there's no way he could become a VP.
No, unless it was like a different JFK. You know what I mean? Like maybe it's like a John Frank Kinsley from South Detroit or something. It's like just a different dude with the same initials. Anyways, let's watch this interview.
You think Biden is not alive right now?
No, the guy that's doing the stand-up job of trying to wake people up is an actor wearing a mask. I mean, there's several different people playing Joe Biden at this point. And then when he fell up the stairs going on the airplane, I myself think that was Jim Carrey. I've heard that he was one of them.
Wait. You think that Jim Carrey was wearing a mask and was the acting president?
And being silly by falling up the stairs 3 different times. And James Woods also, I think, is one of the doppelganger mask-wearing people.
You think Biden?
Yeah, that's the whole clip. I'm sure there's far more to this interview, but
That was gold.
It's okay. Yeah, go G-Dubs. I want to hear what you have to say.
Okay. Instead of hemming and hawing, I'm going to try and get it out this way. Because a dude fell up the stairs 3 times, that is the comic genius of Jim Carrey. Like, it's like she looked at like SNL last season and went, "Oh, Jim Carrey's playing the president. That must be true." Like, how do you grasp? Like, I'm all for conspiracy theories, all for them. Like the government does some really twisted things.
Oh yeah,
and But I don't think putting Jim Carrey, a Canadian, in a Joe Biden mask would really help the situation all that much. Now, James Wood, I understand. Like, but Jim Carrey, like, I have not seen that man talk out of his asshole. Like if I was Jim Carrey, that'd be the first thing I would do. Like, my fellow Americans. I was moving my ass cheeks, but I'm sitting down, so you couldn't really. That's what the arm going down I was doing. It's a family-friendly show. It's
Yes.
Yeah. No, I think that woman is batshit bananas crazy, and I just, dude, like how do you live in that world? Like, I want to know what it's like to be like that, so completely fucking out of it, like voila, brrr, like fucking banana house crazy, like we're talking about like rat on a drowning ship crazy, like totally fucking bananas, and I want to know what it's like to be like that.
Maybe she did a lot of drugs and she watched The Mask with Jim Carrey. And then she thought they must be making The Mask too with Joe Biden. And continued doing a lot of meth. And then went on that show and told her truth.
Nick said Ace Ventura, the crackhead. Skidmore said they're all playing him badly or excellently, however you play an idiot. Nick said Biden can't get a full sentence out. You think he can walk upstairs? Well, no, he proved that he can't.
Touche.
The funny part to me is some deep-seated part in the back of my brain wants to think this woman is just trolling people because it's that batshit crazy. You know what I mean? It's something I would say if I was gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna dress up like a supporter of whatever cause, and I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna say the most ludicrous shit that will definitely get somebody's attention, and then everybody will be focused on this little moment. But I don't know, because if she is an actor and she's, you know what I mean? These two people are like just acting at a rally to get the reaction of a comic, because you got to know at most of these political rallies there's people like this guy's a comedian, he's part of a comic duo, and people on both sides of the aisle do this, where they go out and they try to find the batshit loonies of any group, whether it be at a Trump rally, whether it be at a BLM rally, whether it be a anti-vaccine or a pro-mandate rally or whatever they're doing. There's comics that go out and try to interview the people that are the most batshit crazy, because it makes really fucking great content and it gets a lot of clicks and a lot of attention. And this guy's probably gotten like thousands and thousands of Twitter followers after uploading this little clip. And this is only like 45 seconds of his day. You know what I mean? Like, who knows how many other gems he got. This was just the one that the media clicked onto. But yeah, that was my first thought, was like, part of me wants to think that they're joking and they're trolling to see what people will think that people believe. But I also don't know if they're smart enough to do that. Like, I'm torn. Like, I'm torn. I don't know whether I want to believe it's real or it's just a really good prank.
I think the first words out of my mouth would have been, "Are you fucking with me?"
A little bit, right?
Like, you're fucking with me.
Yeah. But I also don't know. Who knows?
That's it. That's my new TV show. Are you fucking with me with GW Foley?
That would be a great TV show.
You should invite her onto the show.
Oh, sorry. 5 Times August just retweeted me, or tweeted me back about the flyer. And he just said, "Out of all the pictures, my face online. See you soon." I wasn't trying to not get a flattering one, Brad. I'm sorry.
I thought you did that one like on purpose, like just trying to find like the weirdest photos.
Yeah, it was actually one of him with Tyler Fisher, the comic who does the. You remember when we had the guy on, Mike Gray, told us about the comic that does the really, really good Fauci impression?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a picture of Brad and him together.
Oh.
And yeah. No, I'm excited. That is, we did glaze over that. Alyssa's on tonight. Mike Press will be on next week. 5 times August on the 18th. Para Courtney will be on the 25th. And yeah, excited. Brad's a nationally touring artist. He's a good dude. Skid Morrow said, easy to play, Joe. Just forget your lines and mumble some sounds that occasionally sound like real words. Yes, like True Anana Shanama Pressure. Still my favorite. Okay, we're going to move into the next topic, something a little less political and kind of just as messed up. Here we go. Even ever been hungry making home improvements? This house was the spot for you. This is a story that GW sent me, however.
Yes.
This is from boingboing.net, because what an amazing name for a...
So it's true and accurate news.
For an outlet. They say homeowners find well-preserved order of McDonald's French fries from 1959 behind a wall. Which makes you wonder, how did they know that was the year?
They actually cover it in the story.
Okay, let's get to it. When Rob and Grace Jones of Crystal Lake, Illinois, who are constantly watching out for Jason, removed a small portion of a bathroom wall to replace a built-in toilet paper holder, they were surprised to find an old towel wrapped around something. After nervously pulling the bundle out of the wall, hoping it was drugs, they discovered it held a couple of old McDonald's bags containing empty hamburger wrappers and a fairly well-preserved order of French fries. From NBC News. We were expecting the worst. We were both like, "Oh my gosh, we're gonna be unveiling a cold case here." Grace Jones, 31, said as she laughed Wednesday. I was shielding my kids in case there was any dried blood, because that would have been the worst thing they've ever seen. They have access to the internet, lady. The ranch-style house was built in 1959. The Crystal Lake Historical Society has records of an early McDonald's having opened a half-mile from the home the same year, that the Chamber of Commerce says. The wrappers found by Jones' family had the 1950s McDonald's mascot Speedy, who predated Ronald McDonald and emphasized the chain's at the same time revolutionary fast service. They apparently didn't taste the French fries, but rather put them in Tupperware for display purposes. Oh, and there's some weirdness at the end of the article. That was it?
Yeah, what's that?
Bummer.
There's no fries? I want to see these weird old fries.
They're right there.
They're right there.
I mean, just a little blob.
They look fairly edible. I'm sorry. It's because you're on your phone. I'll send you the article if you remind me.
It's okay. I believe you.
But yeah, why didn't they taste them in G-dubs? You definitely would, right? I can't imagine.
Yeah. It's like, so back when they were doing big archaeology studies of Egypt, they discovered these pots filled with honey, and the first thing they did was try it. like that's you put things in your mouth to figure out what's going on with them, and it's not like they're rotten; they're just dried.
Yeah, they're well preserved.
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
so
do you think it's grosser to eat a French fry from 1959 or today? I would assume there's less shit in them back then. You know what I mean? Just based on like where food technology has come in the past 60 years in America.
I think you could just flash fry them in a fryer and pull them back out, and they'd be good as new.
Yeah, possibly.
Like, who hasn't done that to French fries? Oh, my French fries are a little cold. Let me throw them in the deep fryer for a couple more seconds.
Yep.
Maybe it was me when I worked in kitchens, but...
No, I was talking about kitchen life.
Oh, I'm like, I don't have a deep fryer.
No, I have an air fryer and I use it for everything.
I heard those are amazing.
I used to have a deep fryer, and life was good. Like, I had chicken wings, tater tots. Fucking love tater tots. Throw those in a deep fryer. Oh, beautiful.
So good. Cover them with chili and cheese. Oh,
What?
man.
Can I just say that this story,
Skidmore has an ironic toilet paper holder. Mickey D's from 59. Yeah, it is. It is funny. Because nothing makes me have to use the toilet paper holder like fast food.
You're like, well, I'm already here, so.
Like it was so bad he was eating on the crapper. Like,
Yeah.
While, while he's building a bathroom. It's like, oh, I'll take an extended lunch break. Oh, I'm full and I can't possibly finish these 17 fries. Let's just stick them behind this wall. Nobody will ever notice. Like, you could have flushed them.
Who hasn't had 2 cheeseburgers on a shitter before? You know? Especially like they're small. Like, you're going to be done before you have to wipe.
That's true.
But
although this was 1959, so who knows how big and how quality the McDonald's was then? Because we're used to these tiny little 2022 burgers, and I gotta say, like, they were bigger 10 years ago. So like, imagine how much bigger it might have been back in 59.
You mean an actual size cheeseburger?
Yeah, like a real. It might have been like a real burger.
And he ate 2 of them then.
That's
So no wonder he was on the toilet.
And half an order of fries.
But this, you know what this reminds me of? A couple years, and every so often it floats back into rotation of the kid who did the science experiment and got the cheeseburger and like,
oh, where you put it in like the plexiglass box and just let it sit forever.
yeah, and everyone's like, oh, see how bad it is? It is rotten. And that's not true. The reason why it wasn't rotten was because all the moisture was taken out of it. The one thing that like mold needs to survive.
Yeah, it's moisture.
Like, once you toast a bread and take all the fucking water out of it, those burgers are cooked to an inch of their lives. It's not like you got ketchup or mustard on that thing. Like, it was literally a plain cheeseburger.
Yeah, it dries out pretty fast.
Same thing with the fries.
Yeah, they dry especially fast because they have a lot of surface area. They don't have a whole lot of moisture to begin with because most of that moisture leaves the potato when it's sitting in that rolling oil.
But wouldn't like cheese or bread mold?
No, because there's no moisture for it.
No, croutons.
The croutons.
Think about croutons, right? It's just dried bread, and they're like shelf stable for quite a while. They don't have to be refrigerated. They just kind of like sit in a bag. It's because they're dry.
Biscotti.
Yep.
Fair enough. But like, who was building that bathroom or that home in the 1950s and like wrapped their stuff in a towel and put it in the wall and then was like, I'll just spackle this away.
It was probably an employee because I assume in the back of my mind I'm imagining that McDonald's was like as bad as drugs then too. And he's like, oh shit, I don't want the foreman to see me like eating these 2 burgers on the shitter. I gotta, oh man, he's coming. I only have one more handful of fries, wrap it in a towel, put it in there, throw the next board you're going to throw up.
I was just spackling.
Yeah, I was just finishing up the finish work in the bathroom.
I want to believe that it wasn't actually a builder of the house. It was the owner, like the dude that owned it. And like he really loved McDonald's, but his wife hated it. So he made a secret passage in the bathroom to throw his trash in. But then he died of a heart attack because he ate 2 McDonald's cheeseburgers and only got the one thing in.
Skimoro said, need some 1959 ketchup. Yeah, that's true. I would really enhance the experience.
That sounds like a bad punk band.
1959 ketchup?
Yeah.
But it's like spelt wrong. It's got an anarchy symbol as the A.
Cat's up.
Cat's up. 1959 cat's up. Okay, I think we're forming a band, guys. That's
Alyssa's on vocals.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep. I'll pretend to play drums or something.
You've heard me play a ukulele, so you know I can do it.
Ooh.
That's true. G-dubs can shred.
Yeah. Exactly like that.
An electric ukulele.
Yeah. Yeah. There we go.
I played bass on Saturday. It literally was like half a song before I remembered what the hell I was doing. It was wonderful. They were like, when's the last time you played? And I was like, I haven't touched my bass in like 7 or 8 years. And they were like, that can't be true. And I was like, you know what? You're right. I did move it to my parents' house when I tore my house down. And then I brought it back. So I did indeed touch it last summer. I just haven't played the fucking thing in like 6 or 7 years. Skimora said time capsule, low key. Oh, that is true. It's a low key time capsule. Good point. A thing of McDonald's is the low key time capsule. We're gonna move right into the next one. We got Dave Chappelle gets attacked on stage last night. Chris Rock literally says, "Was that Will Smith?"
Oh.
Yeah, because Chris Rock actually walked out on stage right after the incident happened, and the video is online of Chris grabbing the microphone from Dave Chappelle, bringing it over, and being like, "Was that Will Smith?" And the entire crowd erupts in laughter. But yeah, we get this article from CNN. Dave Chappelle released his first statement about unsettling attack. This happened at a comedy club last night. The Hollywood Bowl, actually. Which, G-dubs, do you know what that event is?
It's a big, I don't want to say stadium, but it's a big arena.
Okay. They say a representative for Dave Chappelle has released a statement regarding an audience member who attacked him Tuesday night while the comedian was performing at the Hollywood Bowl. As unfortunate as unsettling as the incident was, Chappelle went on with the show, Carla Sims, Chappelle's representative, said in a statement to CNN. Jamie Foxx and Chris Rock helped calm the crowd with humor before Chappelle introduced the last and featured musical guest for the evening. The man who tackled Chappelle had a knife and is in custody at Los Angeles police told CNN. The man was booked for felony assault with a deadly weapon. Video shows Chappelle being attacked on stage. LAPD spokesperson told CNN that Chappelle had finished his act and he was exiting the stage, and a male who was part of the audience jumped on the stage and tackled the celebrity to the ground. The suspect, 23, was arrested for assault with a deadly weapon and taken to a hospital for medical treatment, Lamelli said. The victim was, quote, not injured as a result of the crime, she said. The weapon was a knife blade. LAPD officer told CNN the suspect had a knife that was a replica handgun. Oh, so even worse. It looked like a gun, but it was only a knife.
Yeah.
Neither of which I want to get charged with. Police later released photos of the weapon, which was collected and booked as evidence. Sims said Chappelle is fully cooperating with the police investigation of the incident. The motive of the apparent attack remains unclear. It wasn't clear whether Chappelle filed an official police report. Chappelle was performing at Netflix's A Joke, the festival. We care deeply about the safety of creators, and we strongly defend the right of stand-up comedians to perform on stage without fear of violence, a Netflix spokesperson told CNN. Jed Simon, an audience member who was at the show, told CNN that Chappelle was finishing up his set, was about to introduce a musical act, and the man climbed up the stage and tackled the comedian. Simon said he was sitting in the third row and was enjoying the show with his friends when he witnessed the incident. Some guy in front of us just climbed up on the stage. I was like, what the fuck is happening? He came right from the audience, Simon told CNN. Next thing I know, he lunges at Dave and tackles him to the ground pretty aggressively. I was like, what is going on? CNN correspondent Rachel Crane was also in the audience and described the bedlam after the attack. According to Crane, the suspect was wearing a backpack. He was dragged stage right where he was being subdued, when Chappelle said, don't do this on stage, take him off. CNN was reached out to Los Angeles Fire Department Hollywood Bowl for more information. There is video, and I didn't pull any up. I apologize.
That's fine.
It's not very good.
Yeah.
You don't really get a good view of what goes on. It's filmed from a distance.
The shit pisses me off. And by the way, everyone who was like, oh, if this happened to Chappelle, such and such would have happened. No, it wouldn't. Like when Chris Rock got slapped, everyone was like, oh, if this was Dave Chappelle, he would be still telling jokes about it. No.
Well, I think he would have if it was Will Smith for the reason he got attacked. But in this situation, yeah, I don't know, man. It's scary. It's a scary thing. Do I worry about it? No, because I'm a magician. And I always have a wand on stage. And you don't want to get stabbed with one of these. Because that is not a sharp... that's blunt object. And it's going to hurt. It's not a... But yeah. No, scary. We'll see, you know. I'm hoping this isn't a thing that continues.
It's going to continue like school shootings. It's going to keep going, and then no one's going to give a shit about it.
Yeah,
I feel
okay.
like with such a broadly televised show, like, wouldn't you think the security would be better?
Yes, and I'd actually read an article recently about Chappelle, like just the other day, actually said that he needed more security because he is he's a guy who says things that offend people. Yep. Oh, there's a spot from Fox Live right there. The comedian had literally just said how he now has more security because of the uproar from his jokes about the trans community, tweeted BuzzFeed news reporter Brianna Sachs, who attended a show. She tweeted that while the attacker was getting up, Chappelle made a joke about him probably being a trans man. And
But I mean, like, I feel like something like that would be more premeditated, like to bring a weapon to a show and be upfront, like.
Yeah, it wasn't just
like,
a slap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It wasn't like a heated hand attack. It was like he brought a weapon. He came with an intent. And luckily he wasn't successful.
Yeah.
Because Chappelle is a treasure. Sean's down there in the comments. He said, "What is up, mother truckers? I have arrived. You can begin now." Sean, thank you to the show. Sean said the funniest thing was he had also said it was a trans man that had just attacked him. It's possible. He's definitely gotten a lot of crap from that community. Will made this possible, attacking comedians when you don't agree with their jokes. I mean, that's a possibility. It's
Well, I
don't know though.
I'm going to say this not as an attack on the left. So bear with me as I stumble through this. People have recently decided that if you don't like the speech that someone says, that gives you a right to hit them or hurt them. It started with the whole punch a Nazi thing.
Yep.
And where it was cool to punch Nazis, but now everyone can be labeled a Nazi for things they say. If you don't like it, that person is a Nazi, and it's okay to punch them. And I think it's absolutely repugnant, and we shouldn't be doing that as a society.
Yeah. And the whole free speech has consequences argument doesn't hold up because violence is not debate.
So doesn't punching somebody. That's assault.
Yeah. And I don't understand. Yeah, it's a shit show. Because it's a lot of people who can't debate and just have strong emotions about things. And those people become violent because they have no other way to express their opinions on things.
I mean, if I went around punching everyone that I disagree with, A, my fist would hurt.
And B, people would punch you back.
Yeah.
And it would hurt a lot.
Yeah, it's just stupid. And I don't know. Am I worried as a comedian that someone's going to come in and attack me on stage? No. Because typically I have a hand on the microphone stand and can swing that pretty well.
I'm not generally worried about it either because I feel like most of the shows I perform at, people know what they're getting into. It's pretty well labeled and they can go see my content and realize what they're getting into. That being said, who knows? Maybe that works to the counter benefit because Chappelle wouldn't catch as much heat if he didn't have Netflix specials, right? So
Yeah.
I don't know. Skidmore said you can make an attacker disappear. Yes, either the magic way or the country boy way. You just got to know a guy with a hog farm. Make pretty much anything disappear. Sean Henry said the games of the Coliseum have spilled into the streets.
It's quite poetic.
He is quite a poet. Sean's an awesome dude who's been a long time follower of the show. He's actually been on. We got to figure out when he's coming off for season 3. But I think the last 2 weeks we just save for the after show.
Okay.
Are you guys cool with that?
That's great because I got to pee.
Yeah, fair enough. Charles Linney said, of course people are going to be encouraged to get away with it because of Will Smith now. None of us on non-Hollywood are having to worry about not going to the Oscars. Yeah, that's true. You just have to worry about getting arrested because when you don't have celebrity and millionaire privilege, it doesn't work out for a lot of people. I don't know. I would not go up and punch someone. And yeah, thanks all you guys for dropping by. Alyssa, any plugs you want to get out there before you go?
I mean, my Instagram has everything really, like all my art information, and that's
I
just
should have pulled that one up if I was smart.
that's okay. So it's just A and then my last name Kubitz, so Kubitz art, ART.
Go right here, A Kubitz art.
There it is.
And there's a
And there's
beautiful
Saturday.
picture of Saturday.
There's my baby kitty.
And beautiful bird. Oh, that's
Oh
cool.
yeah, got to do that for working at the inn. They have the whole falconry thing.
Oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
And also check out Alyssa's art if you'd like to purchase any at Society6 or AlyssaKubitz. You said .com?
It's AlyssaKubitzArt.com.
AlyssaKubitzArt.com. Please follow GW at GW Foley on YouTube, Foley Kills on the gram, and Twitter and anywhere else, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Venmo.
I am at Hickory TDAU on every major platform except Facebook. That's at Real Hickory TDAU because some asshole stole my account a while ago. But at Hickory TDAU on YouTube, Instagram, Gab. I think my Parler's still up, but I don't use it. Getter. I don't like that. I do have a Twitter account now, which was fun because Brad just retweeted me. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see where that thing goes. But thank you guys for dropping by for episode 1, season 3, the Drunken Under Quarantine show. You want... Oh, we got one more in here. He said, I'll claim the devil made me do it. If you guys want more of the Drunken Under Quarantine show, we will be over live at Hickory TDAU on Rumble. And we'll be over there in just a little bit. Thank you guys for joining us. I'm, of course, Hickory, the Drunken Underwhelming, signing out for Alyssa and GW. Imploring you all to stay safe, stay drunk, stay underwhelming. Most importantly, in these trying times, stay sane. We'll see you guys in the after show. We got 2 minutes until it restarts on the other one. Cheers. Drunk Magician out.
Are you saying you want to show me your tits? This is a weird show.